Hello everybody, happy Christmas, happy New Year. It has been a long time since I recorded, and Vlogmas kind of went on the rails this year, but I wanted to take a few minutes to catch up with you and to kind of wrap it up because I kind of left you hanging. I told you I might not be back because I might have surgery, and it has been a lot the last, since probably two plus weeks. 3 weeks almost. It's been a lot. So let me just give you the short and skinny of what happened. A couple days after I published episode 2 of Vlogmas, I ended up in the ER because I had heavy bleeding, and they did some blood work and my hemoglobin was stable and things slowed, so they sent me home and told me to contact my doctor. This was on a Friday night. So then I kind of was sort of hanging low, waiting to talk to my doctor. But by Tuesday, things hadn't slowed down. And so I talked to my doctor, and they scheduled an urgent laparoscopic surgery for me. So on Thursday, the 12th of December, I had surgery to deal with some endometrial polyps and an ovarian cyst. And they weren't quite sure. I had a hysteroscopy, and then they went in and did a laparoscopic procedure. So when they went in laparoscopically, they found, they were looking to remove the cyst in my ovary, but they found large amounts of evidence of endometriosis. My left ovary and fallopian tube were completely encased with scar tissue and adhered to my pelvic wall. So what was supposed to be a 1.5 hour surgery ended up being a 3-hour surgery. Luckily, the expert laparoscopic person was on call, and they were able to call him in, and they didn't have to do open surgery. So that was good. But recovery was rough after that. There was a lot of pain. They did a lot of cauterizing in my pelvis area, and so that was rough. And then once I got the pain under control, I had my digestion went crazy, and lots of tests, lots of acute care visits, ER visits. I lost 10 pounds in 2 weeks. Finally, last Sunday on the 20th, at the ER, they did a CT scan and were able to kind of figure out that I had colitis, likely caused from all of the pain medication, all the ibuprofen and pain meds they were putting me on after surgery. But that the reason I reacted the way I did is because I probably very likely have a undiagnosed inflammatory bowel disease like Crohn's or ulcerative colitis. So anyway, it has been a lot. My stomach, so at the ER last Sunday, they put me on steroids for a week and a anti-nausea, anti-spasmodic thing for my stomach. And so I just haven't really been able to eat very much. But luckily, after that visit, I have been able to at least not have so much pain, which has been really a good thing. And so when it was really painful, I couldn't even really crochet or knit. It was just too hard to concentrate on a pattern. But since then, I have started eating a little bit more. We ended up celebrating Christmas here in Minnesota, and my family actually came to visit this last weekend, which was really nice. We were supposed to go home to Wisconsin originally, but that didn't happen. But all that to say, I'm back. I have my post-op surgery stuff with the endometriosis. I had an appointment last Friday, so a couple days ago, and that went well, and everything is healing fine, and I don't have to go. At the moment, it's inactive, and so because of my age, usually endometriosis goes dormant when you get to menopause. So right now, they're just kind of trying. We're going to do a few different things that hopefully aren't too invasive to get me through the next 5 to 7 years, so that once you start making less estrogen, the endometriosis generally doesn't act up. So that's pretty good. And then I have some more follow-up appointments about my digestion, and I think I have to have a lovely colonoscopy to kind of, that's how they officially diagnose it. But they're treating it right now like it's an IBD, undiagnosed sort of thing. So anyway, I'm here. I'm hanging in there. After I got the steroids last week, I have knit a lot. I was able to finish 2 more of my Christmas gifts for my children. I've already gifted it to them, but I'll put a picture. I finished a pair of socks you will have seen me working on. That was the Scrappy Quilt Socks by Kay Jones, which I love that pattern. If you need a rhythmic pattern, it's a 4-row repeat. Really fun knit. I finished those, and then I also finished a pair of fingerless mitts for my other son, and those I'll put a picture up as well. So that was good. What I didn't finish though was a pair of socks for my husband. He kind of got the shaft. I did the kids first. I'm almost done with the one sock. That is the I forget what the pattern is on. Oh, that's the Crunkled Socks, also by Kay Jones. I'm not going to show you those today because they're not that exciting to look at right now. They're not finished, but and I haven't kind of been working on them that much. But I wanted to show you some of the other things I have been working on, and that is, so the sweater that I was working on for my son, I did finish the body. So this is the Lassie sweater, and here's what it looks like right now. I finished the collar. The collar was kind of weird. I mean, it's cool, but the directions I had issues with again, but it kind of folds like this, and you can either have it up or you can have it folded down. The lighting is kind of wonky right now, so I apologize. It's sort of later. It's like 4:30, but it gets dark and it's cloudy here right now. But I finished sleeve number 1. You can see so in the pattern, they have you actually knit the sleeve bottom up and then attach it, and I didn't want to do that. So I just picked up the stitches at the underarm and I went down. So I made lots of, I put the little stitch markers in so that I would know where my decreases were. So yesterday I picked up the second sleeve, and hopefully I won't have too much more to go on that. And then, I just have to do the sleeve and then weave in the ends, and it'll be ready for my son. So hoping that finishes soon. And then the other thing I cast on in the beginning of Vlogmas, you all might have remembered that I made myself my own Advent countdown with 3 sets of Emma's Yarns minis. And I have not opened them all because I wasn't using them, but I did open some of them, and I have started the Sweet Shop blanket, which I love this pattern. This is by Laura Penrose. So this is how far I am so far. I started down here. This is like what's called your foundation square. And then the pattern is fabulous. It tells you, like, you make a foundation square, and then there's like a right square, a left square, and a top square. And there's different directions for each. You attach it as you go. And if you, if you're working, you just have to figure out which type of square you're doing. Now, I did make an oops over here. I did this one before I did this one, and there wasn't a match for it. So what I ended up doing then is just making a right square, and then I seamed it. But you kind of start, I think this is going to be the bottom corner of my blanket, so then it will build out. So this is a DK weight blanket. So I am holding my minis double because they're fingering. And I think the triangle here, so the little triangle colored pieces are all the Emma's Yarns. So my little minis, but I'm only using about 7-ish grams, I want to say, of the mini. And then the solid one is my Berry Fun Yarns linen colorway. So I really like it. I think it's super cool. It's going to be beautiful when it's done. So then what I do is so that's the first project I did. I think I've done 9 squares out of the 30 because I have 30 minis. The second project, I'm taking, so the leftovers, I still have like 13 grams of yarn. I'm making a pair of scrappy socks. So I'm actually pretty far. I cast these on Christmas Day. So I have knit a lot since Christmas. Today is I didn't say what day today. Today is the 29th of, it's Sunday the 29th. But so here's where I am. So what I did basically is I took my leftover 13 grams and then I wound them into, let me see if I have a, yeah, here's some. I wound them into like 2 even balls so that I had one for each sock. And actually I'm doing them kind of 2 socks at the same time. Kind of see. So this is the first one. I'm through the heel and losing my stitches. I'm through the heel and doing the gusset stitches, which are falling off my needle. That is going to need some assistance. So I'm through the, I'm going to have to fix that in a minute. My needle fell off. I am through the heel on that one and am doing the gusset stitches. So you can see I'm doing, I just did the cuff. I did it as long as I wanted. I'm not sure if I'll have enough to do the toe in the same color, but if I do, that would be fabulous, or at least a little bit on the end. And then I'm doing 15 rows and 10, 15, 10, 15, kind of alternating that. And then I also have the second one started. So that is really fun. And what I like about that is that when I finish one of my squares, then I put it right into this bag and then I can do the sock right away. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's what I've been working on. That's what I've been up to. Yeah, like I said, life has been a lot in December. So I'm going to put this little snippet here in the middle, and I'll probably put some Christmassy things on either side that I took since I was with you last. But I didn't take a lot of video because I really wasn't feeling good. I sat in the Chase Lounge next to our fireplace for a very large portion of this month. And my one kitty, Tobble, you may remember from the previous episode, he was the kitty that was sick. He was the best nurse ever. I mean, my husband took good care of me too, but he, the first couple nights after my surgery, I slept, my bedroom is upstairs, but I slept downstairs next to the fireplace because of the incisions. I didn't want to go up and down the stairs. And he slept by me the whole night. If I got up to go to the bathroom, he would follow me to the bathroom. And then I was supposed to, walk around, like do some walking. So I'd take, like, we have a little circular area in our main floor, and I would walk around and he'd walk right next to me. If I fell asleep and I started to snore or breathe funny, he would wake me up by bopping me on the nose with his nose. So he was very loving and attentive. He was a very good buddy. So yeah, so that's all I have to tell you. I'm not sure when I'll come to you next. I'm going to kind of see, I know my fabulous test knitters did finish the test knit for my new hat coming out in January. That is going to be the Georgie hat. And I am going to do one more sample of that, and then I will be releasing that. So I'll probably that'll probably be the next time I will be back with you, is sometime in early to mid-January, where I will share that pattern and then give you more information about what's to come. But I hope wherever you are, you had a lovely December. I hope it was much less uneventful than mine, that you are feeling healthy and well, and I wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Take care, everybody, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.